Go up on him and hang up on him.
Terence Crawford's final training camp has officially begun, and the energy is intense. Danny Jacobs called Crawford a dog and a beast with something to prove. He believes the fight is a 50-50 matchup, but if he had to bet, he'd lean toward Crawford while still respecting Canelo as the rightful favorite who can never be underestimated.
Dog, he's a beast, and he's out to prove something too, so I'm excited about this fight. Canelo obviously is self-explanatory. There's really no need to go down the rabbit hole when it comes to him, but I do see this being as a 50-50 fight. But if I was a betting man, I would bet on Crawford, but also too, you can't count Canelo out. I mean, would go in, I'm assuming, as the favorite, which is...
Roy Jones Jr. added even more fire to the debate. He believes Canelo has just one clear path to victory, while Crawford has 3 different ways to win. Roy didn't outright call Crawford the favorite, but he made it clear if Canelo doesn't execute perfectly, Crawford takes the fight.
I think Canelo has one way to win it. Crawford has 3 ways to win it.
So would that mean that you make Terence a favorite?
I ain't gonna say the favorite, but Canelo got one way to win it. If he does that one thing, it nullifies everything. If he don't, then but...
Inside camp, Crawford's training has reached its peak. He's sparring against fighters who copy Canelo's style, sharpening his timing, precision, and defense. His cardio, strength training,
Go up on him and hang up on him.
and conditioning are at their absolute best. Crawford's team says he's now built to stay explosive from the opening bell to the very last round. Even fighters like Stephen Fulton praised him, saying Crawford's willingness to step up against a bigger man proves he's not just chasing money, he's chasing legacy.
Went with Crawford this fight. It's nothing against Canelo, because Canelo's a hell of a fighter. I don't know how he is as a person. Neither the guy, I don't know how neither of them are as a person, but I like Crawford for challenging himself. Like, that's the type of things I do and I've done. So I like anybody that's willing to challenge themselves. Whether it's money or not, you still have the heart to go in there and challenge the bigger guy. So, but I think it's gonna be, I think if Crawford uses his boxing ability, then it'd be a better fight for him. Crawford wins, then it makes his resume 10.
Still, not everyone is fully sold on the build-up. Analyst Oladipo said the fight feels like it's missing spice. With both fighters refusing to trash talk, the hype lacks the usual fire of past mega events. But make no mistake, the quiet tension is still electric.
Undisputed super middleweight title fight just feels a bit lacking of something. I can't believe that Max Kellerman is now part of this. And again, for nostalgia, we haven't got a Max Kellerman face-off. So how Canelo speaks great English now, how we haven't got that? Just to kind of give it a bit of spice, because Canelo, with his English, it's like he's only learnt the bad words. He does chat a lot of shit. I feel like it's lacking something. Like maybe because both of them don't trash talk either. Because when I think of the biggest fights of the last sort of 15, 20 years, you've always had one side of the fight or one side who's a big trash talker. Canelo ain't saying anything. Crawford ain't saying anything. Feels a bit flat.
Former champ and Lee admitted he cannot pick a winner. He's seen greatness from both. Men Crawford against Sean Porter and Canelo against Golovkin. Lee expects Crawford to plant his feet more, but says this fight is simply too close to call.
I'm just excited for the great fight that it's going to be. You know, we have had some great fights. And Crawford and Canelo have been in some of the great fights. You know, Crawford against Porto. I think that's one of the best fights. Crawford against Benavidez, that's one of my favorite fights as well. When you look at Canelo against Golovkin, oh, what fights they were. So I can see this one being the same between these two.
You can see Terence maybe planting his feet a little bit more.
Well, I can see I think he'll have to. One thing about him is, and you can see, he's well, for want of a better word, he's no bitch. Crawford, he's gonna want to get his respect in there. I can't pick it because they're just two great fighters, and I'm just happy.
Veteran trainer Ronnie Shields leaned toward Crawford. He believes Canelo is slowing down, pointing to his performance against William Skull. Shields says it's not power, but Crawford's speed and IQ that will cause Canelo problems. If Crawford wins, he says, it will go down as one of the top 10 greatest victories in boxing history.
Bud Crawford.
Okay.
And I just see Bud is maturing into the fighter that he wants to be. And he's doing it for himself, not for anybody else. And so that means, I watched little clips of him training and doing different things, and I can see a big difference in Bud right now. Bud is mentally strong. And, Canelo is getting older. Right. And when he fought William Skull in his last fight, I saw a big difference in Canelo. But I think Bud is going to be faster and, not stronger, but he's going to use his speed that's going to throw Canelo off. And I really and truly believe Bud Crawford is going to win this fight. Well, I think it definitely ranks in the top 10 of the all great.
Robert Garcia offered a balanced view. Canelo's size and strength are dangerous, but lately he's looked flat-footed, throwing single shots. Garcia said he wouldn't be surprised if Crawford steals a decision win through speed and combinations.
Tough one to pick because Canelo's big, strong, but lately Canelo hasn't really gone for the knockout. He doesn't really try to knock his opponents out. Little flat-footed, throws one punch at a time. So I think Canelo wins the fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford pulls off a decision because Crawford has great footwork, great skills, and great speed also. He could throw 2-3 punch combinations and move and probably confuse Canelo and maybe come out with a win with a decision.
Bernard Hopkins praised Crawford's courage. He said this is the definition of daring to be great, and it's the type of fight that makes history.
Fans because his heart, his talent, and also his game plan and his strategy. But Canelo is no pushover. I've watched Canelo for multiple years. Again, the best is fighting the best. And Crawford dared to be great. And this is one of the ways you do it. And you tell the world, watch, pay attention, and watch me make history. I will be one of those watching amongst millions of...
David Benavidez backed Crawford too, highlighting his ring IQ. But he warned that moving up to weight classes is risky, it's uncharted territory. Benavidez Sr. added that Crawford won't stand and trade, which could frustrate Canelo. Still, he believes Canelo might outpoint him by controlling the fight.
David, does Bud have a chance against Canelo?
I think he does, bro. I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Bud, his IQ, and his experience will definitely help him through. It's just that, you know what I mean? He's going up 2 other weight classes when he had just went up to 154. So we'll see what happens.
Teddy Atlas compared this fight to Manny Pacquiao versus Oscar de la Hoya, predicting that Crawford could shock the world just like Pacquiao once did. Johnny Nelson leaned toward Canelo, believing he's still too strong. But even Nelson admitted that Crawford might have seen weaknesses in Canelo's last fight that others missed.
13, this is gonna be different for you.
I think I said this before people killed me. I said that this reminds me, and it could be like Pacquiao when he fought De La Hoya. So at the end of the day, looking forward, off of the last fight with Canelo, I like Crawford every bit as much as I did before that.
Errol Spence Jr. fully supports Crawford's decision to take this fight. He said greatness requires risk, and if anyone can do it, it's Bud Crawford.
His fight's finally there. Crawford, a brilliant fighter. Canelo, I think he beats 97% of fights that are out there. I think Canelo will be too strong for him. I think Canelo will just have a little bit too much for him. And I think Crawford, I respect him massively because he said, yo, I want this. He might have seen something we haven't seen, but I just think it's just a step a little too far in my book.
A few people have changed their opinions on the back of Canelo's performance against William Skull. Do you think Crawford will take any more confidence from that?
Without a doubt, and that's what I'm saying. You saw that fight and you thought, what are you doing? And maybe Crawford saw something before we did. He's slipping. He's no longer that 97% fighter. He's now that 80% fighter, and I mean that top 20 that you can't beat. And so he's probably, because he studied him and watched him over and over again, he's probably seen something we haven't with the first time we saw.
Shane Mosley praised Crawford as a pound-for-pound great, but warned that moving to 168 may simply be too much. He feels Crawford would be better suited at 154.
If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, so, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, I'll be going for Bud, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't?
Sean Porter gave insight into the styles. He said the early rounds will be fascinating because Crawford never backs too far away.
It's very high pound for pound list and everything. I think that he's a great fighter, but to fight Canelo at that weight, I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't think they'll be able to do it. I'd rather fight like the Troller Brothers or somebody, that's 154, but 68. I mean, he dares to be great. So that's something I tip my hat to Terence Crawford for daring to be great and daring to do the things that maybe nobody will do. But I think that's a little bit, because Canelo can fight too, and he's a good fighter. I think it's a little bit too much for Crawford for that.
Ways early on could be a very interesting fight because it's one that works in the rhythm of both guys, because this is what Canelo does and what he likes to do. And I'm okay if I'm only getting elbows, and I'm okay if I'm swinging and I'm missing, because I'm gonna catch up to you eventually, Bud is not gonna move so far out of the way that he can't.
Up in weight class, have had success. So I'm gonna go out on a little bit of a limb here and think that the overall science and skill set of Crawford might be enough to derail the punching power and size of a Canelo.
Giving Canelo chances to close the distance. Russ Ammer believes history favors skill over size. He thinks Crawford's science and technical ability could be enough to overcome Canelo's power.
Boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to a box fight. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well, and he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, he's getting old, this and another, but not.
Amir Khan also weighed in, reminding everyone how sharp Canelo has become. He sees Canelo as still dangerous, pointing to his fights with Bivol and Munguia as proof that he's no easy test. So here we are, one of the most debated fights in modern boxing. Some call it 50-50. Some say Canelo's size will be too much, and others believe Crawford's IQ will shock the world. But on September 13th, there will be no more debate, only truth. Who do you believe will win, Canelo or Crawford? Drop your prediction below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns.